Hello, my loves, and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another day of Vlogtober. I am so excited that you are here and just really pumped about today's video. I think this is going to be so fun. I've seen a few other people do it, but what I want to do is take you around to different parts of my home and show you the witchy, magical characteristics that I've cultivated over the last year. We've been in this house for almost a year. It will be a year next month. So you've seen parts of the house throughout this past year in different videos, but I really want to focus on just those parts that mean a lot to me that I've gotten either from my grandparents or maybe I got thrifting or from Steven's family that just have that witchy magical vibe to them. Yes, I do have Halloween decorations up, but most of these things are up all year because that's just the vibe of Lindsay in this season. I think I've always been a little witchy, but I'm definitely embracing it in this season of life. So grab your coffee, grab something cozy, cuddle up on the couch, and come with me on this magical witchy home tour. All right, one more thing I want to say before we get started is this may not be the most aesthetic home. This is my normal home, and I definitely cleaned up before filming this, but I'm sure I left some things out, and it's not perfect, and I just want to normalize that a little bit too. I want you to leave this video feeling like you have permission, which you don't need permission from me, to incorporate some magical witchy things into your house if you want to, in your own way, in your own unique way. But by no means do I want this to be a video where you're like, oh, she has all this stuff that I don't have, because it's definitely not going to be that because I don't have that fancy of stuff. But just a quick disclaimer and thing I want to say before we get into it. All right, so I'm thinking we might as well start in the front. This is our front door. I got this beautiful moon wreath from the dollar section at Target. So again, not everything is thrifted. Some things I have bought, but I really try to keep that in check and not buy too many new things throughout the year. But this was just so cute. I love, love, love moons. There was a full moon last night. It was gorgeous. I hope all of you got to see it. Beautiful full moon for October. And then another witchy thing I have right when you walk in is this evil eye. My mom actually got this for me, which I've heard it's best if evil eyes are gifted to you. And again, see, here we go with the aesthetic stuff. I have some shoes left out here and some dirt on the rug. It's real life. But I just feel like this is such a good spot for an evil eye to protect that energy of people that come in and out of our home. And it's just such a cute way to enter our home. You just see this right when you walk in. And people can pick up that, okay, this is probably a witchy household or woo household, spiritual household. Right, this is one of the first rooms that you walk into once you come into our house. Of course, I've got my Halloween decorations there that light up. I can turn those on so we can see them. I've got my yoga, what is it called? Bolster, yoga bolster right there. This spooky chair that used to be in Arlo's room. It used to be his rocking chair. We actually got it from a family member. I just feel like it looks haunted for sure. It looks like it came straight out of a scary movie. We'll probably keep it there until further notice. It does need a little bit of love. It's a little wobbly. And then of course over here I have my altar space. Now I try to switch this out for the seasons. I haven't been the best at that. What it's really become is just a space to hold all my books. I would love to get another bookshelf. But I also love how they look in here, and my tarot cards. So I've got all my spiritual books, some of Steven's books over here, and one of my cousin's books in there because he is an author. All of my tarot cards and my crystals, this beautiful mug. Oh, it says the moon in like all different languages all around it. Love that. Here, let's open this up really quickly. So I also have my sage and sandalwood. I love this sage bundle. It is, I think, got rose in it, and obviously it's that rose color. Smells so good. And then I love this antique as well. Again, I could have cleaned this off a little bit better, but that's okay. Real life over here. This is from my great-grandmother, and it's a moon, and there's like a little cherub. Is that what we call them? Cherub on there, a little angel. And I just think this is so, so cute. I love having it in here. I think that's what this cabinet is for, is to put like your dishes and stuff back there. But I just have my crystals, all of my beautiful crystals. This one right here. Love this crystal. So beautiful. All of my favorite spiritual books in here. I feel like this stack is like my all-time favorite. We've got Abraham Hicks, A New Earth, The Four Agreements, and The Fifth Agreement. So good. And over here, like I said, I've got my tarot cards. I do love this picture of Mary. I just think fits the vibe in here. And I like to taste from all the different buffets when it comes to spirituality. I take a little bit from each one and make it my own. And I feel like that is totally okay. Then I have another little plate with some more crystals. So pretty. A lot of these came from a candle. I think this crystal, is it this one? Oh, it is this one. I found this when we were camping in Arizona. It was by the petrified forest, not in the petrified forest because you do not take that wood. But I found this in the forest while we were camping right outside the petrified forest. And I just thought that was so magical. All right, down here we've got some Halloween decorations with the skull and the pumpkin. A beautiful crystal that my friends gave me for my birthday a few years ago. One of my favorite birthday presents ever. It's gorgeous and super heavy. The wand that my mom gave me, so cute. Like, look at the details on that. If I can get it to focus. Okay, there we go. We've got like the little crystal top, the sun and the moon. So cute. Another crystal hanging from it. So magical. Then I've got some oracle cards that I pulled from last night. I like to just hang those up. And I try to pull them on the new moon and full moon. I don't always remember, but I did do it last night because we had a super full moon. Again, it was gorgeous. I'll insert some clips in case you missed it. Some more crystals over here. Love just the variety, like some interesting ones. Some of them have broke, unfortunately. I forget the name of this one again. I'm not a crystal expert. I just love the ones that speak to me. Like when you know, like when you see a crystal and it just speaks to your soul, you know. And I'm less concerned about the names and their properties, but just how they make me feel. I love that one. This one is gorgeous coloring. So many cute ones. Oh, I love smoky quartz. Just a vibe, you know. And this one, of course, has such beautiful, I remember from my science teacher days, cleavage, like the way it breaks off is so interesting. And then a moon crystal, of course. A lot of these came from Sedona, but also from other places. I don't remember where they're all from. And a fun picture of us hiking, because it's one of my favorite things to do, and I love having that picture here. And my fun witchy candle. So that is my altar space. Again, I try to switch it out with the seasons. That doesn't always happen, but it's just such a fun way to display my witchy spiritual stuff. And this is actually from Stephen's great-grandmother. So I feel like that also gives this piece of furniture such a beautiful meaning. All right, let's go to this corner right behind us. As you can see, I've got a chair, a wicker chair, and a wicker ottoman that needs a pillow. These are both from Goodwill. My mom gave them to me, which I love. Absolutely love these pillows. I love how this looks like the sun. Obviously, we've got the moon, and then this pillow, it's from Michael's this year. It says the moon made me do it, and man, I was feeling that last night. Like I was feeling so much energy from the moon. Now, do I think that the moon makes us do things? No, but I do think it has influence on us. Obviously, we have free will, but I just think that's such a cute little like saying, and I just love the moon, so. Definitely fits the vibe here. And then we've got this spider that is hanging from my mother-in-law. So cute and so sweet of her to give me. And I thought this was the perfect spot for it. We've got some more pictures up here of Stephen and I from our wedding. And that one is actually from my sister's wedding where we are dancing. And then some more crystals up here. Love this black pyramid one. We've got a pink crystal and another one. And then a little bit of Halloween decoration. But yeah, most of the stuff stays up all year. Especially these pillows will stay here all year, and those crystals. We'll probably get rid of the spider and the mug, but everything else stays. All right, as you move into my living room, I just want to show you some paintings. Again, it seems so random, such a hodgepodge, but I love it. We've got this painting from Goodwill. My mom found it, and Stephen just loved this painting. He actually asked her if we could have it, and I think it's really cool too. I'm not sure what's going on here, but just feels otherworldly in its own way. Like maybe this is like a fable or an old story or something. Just a cool photo. Then over here, we actually have quite a few of these. This is a painting from my grandma. Now, my grandma and grandpa on my mom's side were both artists. They would paint all the time. So I love that I have a few of their paintings up. This is of a castle in Scotland. I believe both of their families were from Scotland. Definitely my mom's mother's side was from Scotland. I think my mother's father's side was too. But I just love the ambiance of this painting. Like, it's just moody with the castle and the beautiful sky behind it. You just really feel like you're in Scotland by looking at this picture. And I just love, love, love that my grandparents painted it. It's like having a little piece of them in our house. Right, this isn't necessarily witchy, but I wanted to show it. Here, let me zoom out a little bit. This is a picture that I found at Goodwill, and it's a picture of downtown St. Louis from like the 60s or 70s. It's just so cool, especially now that we live in St. Louis. And I saw it and I was like, I feel like Steven or his dad would really enjoy this. So just wanted to show it on here because I think it's a really cool piece that I found at Goodwill. You just never know what you're going to find at the thrift store. Right in this little corner over here, this is a very random room if you can't tell. I think this will eventually be an office space. Right now the kids just kind of play in here. I do yoga in here sometimes. I will meditate in here or film videos, but eventually I think this will be my desk space, just kind of like the front living room. Anyways, I've got a Buddha here from my grandma that I just absolutely love having it here. And Arlo doesn't mess with him too much, which is very surprising. Occasionally he will give the Buddha a snack or try to give him his pacifier, which I think is so cute. And then this little chair is obviously perfect for Arlo's size. It's from my mom from the thrift store again. She is the Goodwill thrifting queen for sure. And then this up here is very magical. You may have some of these yourself. This is the night sky. The night that Steven and I got married. We actually have another one like this in our bedroom that I will show you. This is from Steven's mom as a wedding present, and obviously I love anything to do with the night sky in space. All right, as we go down, it's not really a hallway, but it's kind of like a hallway. We have another painting from my grandma. I absolutely love this one. This may be my favorite. Maybe tied with a different one, but definitely tied for first place. We've got the moon here over this beautiful just scenery outside. It's so simple, so cute. Love the moon. I did spray paint this frame gold because I just thought it really made the picture pop even more. And then we've got my office space, which I absolutely love. So here's what it looks like from the whole picture. Then if you go up here, I've got a pink disco ball, some lights going across, and then another disco ball. I need to put these like in the window though, so that they actually like shine the disco ball light across the room. Have it do what a disco ball was actually made to do. And then if you go over to my desk space, again, this is the real life how it's set up for me right now. I've got some of my filming stuff over here and a bunch of my journals in a lap desk over there. Recently, I've been putting up a picture of my inner child right here, and I love it because I feel like it's just great inspiration for when I'm working, when I feel stuck, or like when I am beating myself up or not knowing what to do. Like, this is who inspires me. This is who I'm trying to impress, is my inner child. And if you saw my Halloween costume video, there's a picture of me in a witch costume that I'm going to put here as soon as I'm done with it in the kitchen. I encourage you to do that. Find a picture of your inner child and put it where you work to just inspire you. Like, she is who you are trying to impress, not anyone else, her. And you have already made her so proud. There's so much I can say about this, but very powerful work. I've got a salt lamp over here that I've had for a really long time. Let's talk about the wheel of the year. So this is obviously for this year, and I want to get a different one every single year because I absolutely love tuning into the energy of the wheel of the year. Now, when I picture a year in my head, I'm actually going the other way. So here's January, February, March. I picture it going this way. So that's just interesting. I've had so many interesting conversations with my friends about how they picture a calendar year. Some people picture as like an actual calendar month going across like this. I picture it as a circle, but I picture it going this way. It's just so interesting how it's different for each of us. But it talks about the themes of each year. It shows the moon cycles for each month. It shows the solstices and the equinoxes. I just love the colors and the pictures. The artist did such a good job of capturing the themes of each month. Like, let's go to where we are right now. Yeah, October, you can see all the leaves. Going back to July, they've got a mushroom and a rainbow and a butterfly going around. They have just all the wintry stuff, a little gnome, so cute. And then it also talks about the zodiac season. So this is just a really good reminder to me of where we're at in the wheel of the year and how it is perfectly normal to rest this time of year, we're heading into the darkness, into deep rest and introspection. And there's just different themes to each part of the year. I could go on and on about this if you're interested to your own research, but it just really helps us tune in with Mother Nature and what's going on within the season. Now, if you go up here, this is another Buddha from my grandma. I've been meaning to spray paint this. I just haven't yet. I got this adorable mini sound bowl that my mom gave me. And then another picture that my grandma painted. Like, what is going on here? I so wish I could ask her what her inspiration was for this picture, but it definitely looks like some kind of ritual. There's something coming from the sky, like a shooting star, or maybe someone's ascending up into the sky. I mean, this is just beyond magical. And then I have my podcasting microphone up here. All right, let's go over here. I've got two pieces of artwork. This one I think is just from TJ Maxx or Marshalls. I think I picked it up from my mom's house. She wasn't using it. And as we know, I love the moon, so it's perfect in here. This is my favorite piece from my grandma. I don't know, I'm tied with the moon picture and this picture over here. They're all so beautiful, but this is just incredible what she's done. So there's probably a name for it, but these are all tiny dots. Like, these are all tiny dots. I'll zoom in so you can see. And she created the whole zodiac here. So it's like we've got Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Leo, Aries, Gemini, Libra, Virgo. I may be mixing some of these up. Capricorn, I believe, Sagittarius, Taurus. I'm missing one, and you're probably screaming it at the camera. This guy right here. Who is it? Who am I missing? I'll think of it later. I used to have this in Arlo's room, actually, because it was in my office at our Phoenix house. And as I was rocking him to sleep, I would look at this and just like try to name all the zodiac signs. And it was very entertaining for me to just look at all the detail. But just how amazing is this? Obviously, it's from like the 70s or 80s even. I'm not sure when this was painted. I'm sure it says on the back. So it's got like some weathering issues, but honestly, it's in pretty great shape. I love the frame that it's in now, and I just love it. I've been so fascinated with the zodiac, and I love that my grandma created this painting and that somehow I got my hands on it. I'm so, so, so grateful to have this, especially in my office. A few more things over at my desk. So I had this cute mug that I found at the thrift store a few months ago with the moons. Love to keep my pens in a mug. And then, of course, this is just like something I live by. Do more of what makes your soul happy. All right, in this corner, we've got some more crystals. I made this when I was little at one of those pottery places. Oh, it did have crystals in it. Maybe I took them out. I found this when I was cleaning out my old room at my mom and stepdad's house. And I was like, oh, I need this because it just reminds me of little Lindsay and how she loved the moon. Even then, I've got this cute hand. I love anything with hands on it. I just think they're so magical. I'm not even sure what this is from. Got a beautiful snake plant here. I love how these thrive in like any environment. We had these in our window at Phoenix. They're still there, and they got so tall in the sun. This isn't even in sun, and it's just doing great. So these are really low maintenance plants if you're looking for some plants. I have this picture that says, trust the timing of your life, always, always. And then I have this little, I guess you could say, a picture that says it's just a phase. I'm definitely a color girl. I'm not a neutral girl. I love, love, love color. And then I have this tapestry behind me that I finally put up for when I'm doing podcast interviews. I haven't done one in a while, but I have some coming up when I bring the podcast back, which I'm very excited about. But this was actually for my going away party in Phoenix, but I love it. I love the scenery. I love the mountains. I love the pink color. I love the sun. I'm assuming that's the sun, maybe the moon, probably the sun, and just the nature background. This is so, so cute. Right, I've moved to our bedroom now, which I'm not going to show you the whole thing just because it really is not that presentable in here. And there's not that many witchy things in here. I'll show you a few things. But here's that other painting I was talking about, or it's not a painting, more of a print, I guess you could say, that I think my sister got me for our wedding. And I love this saying. I think I originally heard it from Game of Thrones in the first season when Khal Drogo and Khaleesi are talking. I'm not a big Game of Thrones person, so I may be saying their names wrong. But I just love this saying, "You are my sun, my moon, and all my stars," which I guess they got it from E.E. Cummings. But we had the night sky of When We Met, which was in Springfield at the Curve, which is a bar. We met the old-fashioned way, September 12th, 2015. The night sky when we got engaged in Sedona, which was so magical, on Devil's Bridge, November 10th, 2019. And then when we got married in Winsville, Missouri, September 18, 2020. This isn't witchy or magical, but just a cute picture of my parents that I have here. This is such a cute gift idea for anyone's birthday, wedding, anniversary, so many different things you could get this for. All right, another witchy thing to show you in here, witchy, magical, whatever you want to call it. This thing's a little crooked. This is also from the thrift store. Obviously, I have all my books here that I need to read or am currently reading. And then I have my little dream catcher here just to catch all my bad dreams. All right, so these are the stairs that go down to our basement. I showed the basement in the practical magic video. Love our basement and love these fairy lights that go along the banister. I love putting fairy lights as many places as I can. I want like 10 times the fairy lights in my house that I have right now. So that is my goal over the next few years. Just add more fairy lights. It makes it look so freaking magical. All right, there are a few things I can show you in Arlo's room that are definitely magical, like this mushroom garland. Just have it hanging on his window. And then also if you go over here, here are some paintings that we did back in Phoenix. I just think they're so cute. They have gotten damaged a little bit in the move. That's okay. Have painting of camping and of the moon and of different scenery. So cute for a kid's room. If you're wanting to decorate your kid's room or if you're having a baby soon, I think it's such a cute idea to paint your own paintings. And then over here, we have a little, what is this called? Like a stitch? I know it has a name. I'll put it up on the screen. It's like some kind of stitching that my aunt did. My aunt is so creative. I keep telling her and my cousin that they should open up an Etsy shop, but here's a little stitch that she did for Arlo before he was born. We were so certain that he was going to be a Leo and he ended up being a Cancer. So this is actually the Leo constellation, but that's okay. It's still so cute. I'm going to keep this forever. Arlo better keep it forever. Love having it hanging up in here with the desert landscape because he was born in Arizona. And then she also had this card, which we've kept. This is a quote from On the Night You Were Born. I keep meaning to get this framed and I just haven't done that yet. But it's on this little bookshelf I got from Target that is in the shape of an A for Arlo. All right, so that is the end of my witchy magical home tour. I realized that I didn't show you all of my house, but I showed you the main points where there was a lot of witchy magical characteristics in those areas. If you found this video fun, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below with the things that you love seeing. Which was your favorite part? What magical witchy things do you have in your house? Do you have any suggestions for me? I'm always like moving things around and changing things up. I love rearranging things and moving them to different spots. I don't do that as much as my soul would love to do that. But I just love how this house has become such a hodgepodge of different things. We didn't buy all new things as soon as we moved in here because we didn't have any furniture. We left all of our furniture in our Phoenix house and are renting it out furnished. So we had to get all new furniture and a lot of it is secondhand and that just makes my heart so happy. I love having little pieces of my grandparents here and there and just love creating a magical witchy house. And I think it looks different for every single one of us and that is more than okay. So make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already so you don't miss any future Vlogtober videos. We still have quite a few more. October is still going. I'm not ready for October to be over anytime soon, even though I know it will end one of these days and I will be so sad. I'm sending you all so much love, all the high vibes, the magical vibes, and the spooky ones, and I will see you in the next Vlogtober video.